Hello all, and welcome back to a little bit of Building in Space Engineers. Today we are continuing work on the large grid luxury ship, and we're pretty much right where I left off last time. Usually I work on these quite a bit between streams, just so that I can finish up the tedious bits and kind of flush out in my mind what exactly I need to be working on for the grand scheme of things. But I really didn't do that this time. I slapped a couple blocks here and there. I kind of like the idea of adding some bigger shapes to this to kind of mesh it all together, because right now it is kind of sitting with a whole bunch of different sections that are kind of just pasted together, and we don't have continual themes that go across the entire ship just to blend it all. So I was kind of playing with the idea of this little wing section back here, and maybe even extending something like that towards the front, or having something like that in the front. That would change some things, but it's something I'm considering for sure. So we'll think about it. We will definitely think about it. Today, though, what I really need to do is I need to sort out this back area of the ship. It's kind of the last major section that doesn't have all my ideas filled out. Not entirely certain what I'm doing with a lot of this area. I know this is going to be a hangar. I did decide after the last episode that I'm just going to get rid of the secondary hangar, and that'll make the ship a little bit shorter. We have a maintenance hangar in our main front hangar up here, so we're just going to utilize that as our only maintenance hangar. That's this little guy back here, and I think that'll be fine. I think it'll be just fine. We will be okay. And that's good, because that takes a whole chunk off the back here, which will give us room for thrusters and other things that we really need. I also decided that, hey, welcome. Also decided to mirror the thrusters. I wasn't going to do this, but I went ahead and did it. Anime Diva, welcome. I'm good, how are you? Oh, I need to find a place. I need to find a place for a main airlock. I like the idea of these wings, but probably going to remove them for now. I stream 3 times a week. He's on the schedule. Pretty laid back, chat with people while I'm just playing games. What the heck to do here? Oh, something I am going to do that it's on my list. On my list and left. Elevators or ramps. Making this handicap accessible. Not that that's 100% necessary in the game, but I think it is a considerate thing to go ahead and do. And I can do it. The way I'm going to do it, I'm not going to build ramps, extra ramps for people, but what I am going to do is convert half of my staircases to ramps, because I have double staircases everywhere on the ship, and I think it's going to be just fine if I do that. People can choose the ramp or the stairs, and we've got our accessibility sorted. I don't really have the room to go ahead and put in dedicated stairs or dedicated ramps for people, but I can go ahead and just convert a whole bunch of these. It's not going to hurt anything. You might not like the way it looks, but it's a perfectly valid option. And they might not be the most direct routes where I put the ramps, but they will be functional. And this is the only way up here. Yeah, yeah. Pretty much all space stuff that I, at least for the channel, it's the main focus. Occasionally, but yeah. A little torn about which ones to convert for this, because this is a zigzag staircase. Kind of like having the outside ones be the ramps, but we're going to make it the inside for these couple turns, and then it will be the outside over here. Maybe if I just put it always on the right side. Very unique. Thanks. It's what I enjoy. Hey, thanks for the follow. Right side, right side. Did I put these on the right side? Okay, so far we're doing all right side. We're gonna stick to that. And we'll keep doing it, going down these stairs. Another set of stairs. Oh, this is poking outside now. Need to fix that. This is why I wasn't gonna do this bit initially, but we can cover it. It's not a big deal. There we go. Ah, thanks. Those are the only people that have followed me on Twitter. I just think it's kind of funny. Yeah. You gotta do what you gotta do to get your clients, you know? I understand that. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'll check out your Twitter. Part of what I do, part of my hobby, is that I like making all my own stuff, all my own graphic design, all my own images and things for that, because this YouTubing streaming thing is just a hobby for me. I'm not trying to go big or anything. It's just something fun I do. And the art side of it, and thumbnail design, and avatar design, and all that is part of the fun for me. So, yeah. So I probably will maintain doing all my own stuff, but I do check out other people's designs and see what they're doing, and yeah, it's very cool. So I will check that out. Maybe I should make these the same as these. It's a little bit strange that they're not, now that I put the other ones in. Yeah, that looks better. there any more stairs that I'm not thinking of? I don't have to worry about the crew quarters staircases. Nothing personal, but the crew is just going to have to be able to use... wait a second. This one's switched. Should be ramped on the right side, going down. Yeah, this one's completely flip-flopped. I'm going to change this one. It's like going down, it's always ramped on the right side. Consistency, that's what we strive for here. Part of making a build feel complete is having it be completely consistent. Good. All the stairs are good. Don't want to have to look at them again, for a little while at least. So I can check off ramps for now. I'm just gonna, yeah, so we have staircases here. That's just how those are gonna have to be. This is crew only. I could put a ramp in here. I actually don't think that would be a terrible idea. Staircases. I already forgot my convention. It's alright, we can check it right here. Stairs on the left going down, so ramps on the right going down. Yeah, that works out very nicely. We'll even do it in here. Consistency. What is going on here? I have a giant hole in the floor. Not good. Alright, update our little list. Take elevators and ramps off of that. We are done with that. And actually, I can take off my list hover bikes because I have designed those now. I just recently designed this bike, so a little bit of a sneak peek. Hopefully the one episode build video for this will be up soon. But I'll get the bike out. Speeder bike, where is it? Speeder bike publish. This was a real trip to try to build. Someday it'll actually work here. There we go. It's gonna fall out of the sky right now. Oh, it's upside down. That's part of the reason. There we go. Pretty cool bike. It has a self-leveling and anti-crash setup on it, which I think is pretty cool. I actually haven't tried it yet on Pertam here, but we can go ahead and do that. Just drop down to the surface real quick. But I'm going to put some of these speeder bikes on our large grid there. And yeah, they're going to be one of the things you can take out with the luxury vehicle and test out on your own. We need to turn that on. And then we need to get into our little zone. And they kind of work on per tam. That's surprising, honestly, but what they do is they keep you from getting too close to the ground. They'll automatically kick you back up, as you can see. And if you get above 60 meters, the up thrusters just turn off, so you can't actually go higher than that. So they're kind of just treetop height hover bike, which works really well. You can zoom around in them, and yeah, it's a pretty neat thing. So video for that will be up on my main channel hopefully later today. If not today, it'll be up tomorrow. Part of the reason it might not be up today is because I'm doing the stream today. So hopefully the stream goes well and I get a whole bunch of stuff accomplished for my giant ship up there, because otherwise I would be working on publishing stuff. As usual, always publishing things. Takes forever to do. One of the hangars though, because I'm going to be using this bike on that vehicle, and I can just turn off the hover bike feature and don't crash. That will let me fly if I just turn it off. Oh, why is it not working? Oh, that's number 7 is the no fly. Okay, so that's what I need to turn off. And now I can just fly it like an airplane. So we can just fly it up to our big vehicle up here and park it on the ship. So this is something I'm going to have to keep in mind. I might actually just go park one in here for now so that I know this is what I'm going to be wanting in here. They're kind of long, but they should be all right. I'll just park it right in the middle. There we go. Cool little speeder. Alright, back to work on this. We really need to figure out the back part of it. And we definitely don't need this beam anymore. That was just our center line beam. I think some antenna arrays right here would be good. And also I could open up the ceiling so you can see out of it a little bit. I don't think that would be uncalled for. Perhaps something like that. We'll have to change the lights if I do this, but it could look pretty good. Also could go with a somewhat spherical opening, oval opening. See how that looks. It is actually centered on the outside and on the inside. I did a good job recentering with this room, must say. We will need our glass to be on the inside though, so let's lay that in. I think I want to use... Ooh, it's an odd number long. Like that, and that. And then we will use our long ones. Right there, right there, right there, right there, right there, right there. And then we can put a little short one in here. That kind of looks good. The other option would be to layer it the other way, which might work better because it's kind of a weird number. So we go like that, and then that, and then that, that. Not sure why some of these are not setting on there nicely. There we go. So we could layer it that way too, which I think I actually like better. A little bit. So we're going to go with that. And I was going to put a chandelier in here somewhere, but I'm not thinking that doesn't really work in here anymore. There's somewhere though. That was a recommendation, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to make it work. A vault, a chapel, a ground ramp. We kind of have that figured out. Airtight dock we don't have, and we need to slip the safe zone in before we get too carried away. But the safe zone, I'm kind of waiting on that to see exactly how long the back of the ship is, because I want to make it perfectly centered. It's going to be somewhere in here, right along this floor. That's going to be where our safe zone goes. And it's going to have to reach the front and the back of the ship. I honestly think it's going to have to go all the way to the front of that region. About right there. It's going to be close. I actually don't know if it'll reach all the way to the front and the back. It might, though. Oh, wait, I already checked that. It definitely does. It definitely could, I should say. And I'm rethinking how many atmospheric thrusters I really need, because I'm on Pertam right now, and I'm a little ways up. You don't need as many on other planets, but I guess I do want it to fly on Pertam with atmospheric, so perhaps it's alright. I need to make an engine room a reactor room, so we need to figure out where I'm going to do that. Currently, this is my only big maintenance room, and I am going to want some sort of path that comes down from this and gets back here. Maybe not that level, but at, what, this level? At this level, yeah. And this is right outside the rooms. We're going to have another entrance right there, too. Let's see, what does this go into? Ugh. Somebody's room, I'm guessing? Something important right behind that. I can't tell exactly what, though. So let's read it. Dispenser. The heck? Why is there a dispenser there? Oh, it's this room. Okay. Okay. You know what that means? That means we can put our pathway right here. And it will go completely under a wall. And it'll bypass all of that. Oh, that'll be nice. Okay, so that there, that there, that there, that there. And we're going to use upside down passageway blocks to get from this point to the back. And I'm going to put it on this side. I could put a mirrored one on the other side. I don't think I need to, though. There's stairs over there, so it'll be a little trickier. And this will go perfectly underneath these doorways. So let's get our passageways out. This will be our sneaky way into the engine room. I do think I will make another way into the engine room, but for now, this is going to be it. Something like this. And then we'll have a staircase that goes down to it. You could even use a long staircase. Something like that. And then on the other side, staircase coming out. Do have that little turn at the end, which is a little bit awkward, but I'm gonna live with it. Take some doors so that that's airtight, but we'll be okay for the most part. Back here, we're gonna have to cover these because I want this room to be airtight. For now, we're just gonna do some very generic covering of them. Something like that. That should be airtight now. On the floor section, at least. I think the side bit here is going to be used for side thrusters, probably for our ions. And I think what I'll do is I will put our big reactors right in back here. We also need jump drives. Dang it. We need so much. Holy cow. I'm going to have to find some interesting places to slip this kind of stuff. We might put the jump drives just down here, exposed to the side. I think that could be interesting. I do want some walking space around down here for maintenance reasons. It will be external, but having some walkable space would probably be good. Am I liking where those thrusters are? That's the question right now. No. I like all these. I don't know how I feel about this back area. I think they could be in better spots, honestly. I think I could take these ones here and bump them out one block. We don't know where they will sit, so I think I have to place them on that block. Just clean that up. Were they placed down further? I guess they were. I don't want them to be. I'd like them to be up this high. Let's see how they look down here, though. Not bad. Could use more thrusters. More hydrogen. We need more hydrogen tanks, too. Got those. How many hydrogen tanks do we need? I want 2 for each large thruster. So 10, 12. That would be 24 hydrogen tanks. I don't have room for that kind of crazy amount of hydrogen tanks on this vehicle. Simply because I don't have a 3x3 space in here. Which is kind of causing a lot of problems for me. Just can't fit stuff in here. And I can't get rid of this. Hey, thanks for the follow. Andrew, man. I don't know why, but I've been like in my head, I've been saying your name wrong. It's a random gamer 8. For some reason, I read that first part as like Andrew years ago. And by years ago, I mean like a couple months ago. And it's just stuck in my head. A random gamer. Welcome. I am trying to figure out the disaster of thrusters that I need for this ship and all the powering stuff. It's rough. I always like correct myself right afterwards, but when I first read the name, I just read it wrong. Just about every time. Ugh. I suppose I could use small hydrogen tanks. I really don't want to because they're kind of PCU and space inefficient, but I might end up doing it. Might have to do it. Alright, I need to work on getting a staircase from here. Oh, dang. I'm mirroring when I don't want to be. That's another problem with building really big ships is you don't realize when you're mirroring sometimes. And ships are always not symmetrical, so it causes blocks to pop up in really weird places if I don't keep track of it. Actually think I could go like that. And then like that. I'm pretty sure this is a hallway, which can be modified. Hello, welcome. Just working on my luxury ship. Slowly. Ever so slowly. I don't want to get rid of this one gyroscope, but I think I'm going to. Yeah. It's such a big project. If you make a big one, I would recommend making a small one if you do it, because I am probably not going to get mine done by the end of the month. It sounds like nobody is though, so maybe I'll just extend it again, like I did with one of the other ones. I don't remember which one, but we extended another one. Just let it go for another month so people have time to finish things up a little bit better. Or start them if they haven't started yet. I don't know, it's an idea I'm toying with in my mind. And I don't think it's a bad one, just giving it another month. Alright, yeah, I like this. This will be pretty good. That gets us up here, and then just want to get another staircase in so I know I have a way of getting all the way up. All the way up from the crew area down there to the crew area up here. This has been a really fun project though. The way I'm building is extremely inefficient, but it's been a lot of fun to try and do it. Basically building the entire ship from one room to the next without any like master plan. Definitely way more time consuming to do that than drawing up some sort of master plan and then just executing on it. But it's causing things to be really interesting, and it's a challenge. It's a fun challenge though. Yeah, I almost always do. Almost all of my builds start off on graph paper, and I draw like in intricate detail how everything's going to fit together. And that's why everything fits together beautifully usually. It's because I've spent hours planning it out before I even start building it. And it's just faster for me to do it that way than to sit around and like rotate blocks and see if they fit. I just draw it up, and it's usually great. For a build this size, it would be kind of tricky to draw it up because I'd be drawing multiple floors and trying to deal with staircases and, you know, is the floor of this room the roof of another room? It gets a little bit more complicated for drawing it, but it would still make the entire process faster. Always build a hole first and figure out if the inside stuff fits. Cut the ship in half and add more room. I've done it that way before too. I don't know. This one, it seemed like that would be super tricky to start with the hull and then try and cram stuff in. And I could have done it that way. That would have been a good way to limit how big my ship got. But I would have just had to scrap a lot of ideas that I had. And I didn't want to scrap ideas on this one. I wanted to go through and get everything I wanted. So it's just going to be a lot more work sorting out the power and the thrust at the end, as well as sorting out all of the conveyors at the end after I've made everything look nice, and then making the exterior look good. Because the hull is just like a patchwork right now, and I really do want it to look a little bit more streamlined than it currently does. But most importantly, I want the inside to like be functional and good and cool. This is going to be the engineer's bedroom up here, I think. A engineer's bedroom. Completely secluded. They've got their own little area up here. This just happened to fit in behind a bunch of other stuff. So I stuffed it in there. Every square inch is getting used for something. So, what do I do with this awkward one high space around these thrusters? That's my next dilemma to sort out. Because I don't want to just fill it with stuff, because that's not ideal use of space. I could extend these rooms downwards and make them even taller rooms, but then I have to redo those rooms. I haven't done the rooms on the other side, so maybe I could extend the rooms on this side down and make them taller rooms. But I think this would be a good spot to stick in a ton of hydrogen stuff. And also I can get some refineries in here if I really wanted to. We have the room to do that. Is that floating now? Just get rid of it. Alright, so I'm going to add some O2H2 stuff in here. Yeah. This one's going to be planet capable. That's why I'm testing here on Pertam. But it is going to be tricky because of that. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Actually do want to be mirroring for the moment. How many of these do I want? Probably a crazy amount of them if I'm actually gonna go ahead and have the tanks for it. We'll say I want that many at least. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's go with a nice even number. Go with 16. Does that look on the outside? Well, this one's backwards. I know it hooks up better if I put it backwards, but going for looks here. There we go. I don't know if you'll be able to see those from the outside anyway, but if I do allow you to see them, I want it to at least look consistent. So we got a ton of those. We don't need any more of those ever now. And that actually helps us attach all of these to each other a little bit, which is good. I want to add a refinery. I'm going to add 2 of them actually. I wasn't going to have refineries in this, but I actually think it's not a bad idea to have a couple. I'm going to have to arrange these so that I can pipe them in. What's a good way to do that? I think like this. Put one right there, and the same on the other side. It's going to mirror incorrectly, unfortunately. So I want to place this one like so. We're going to have to lose more gyroscopes to do this, but just place a couple of those. Maybe I don't have to lose gyroscopes, actually. It'd be nice if I didn't. Might put... no, we don't have air tightness here. I was going to say I might put a respawn point right here. Wouldn't be a bad spot to put one. Even right there. Actually, check the air tightness of this block. I might just do that immediately. And yeah, not mirroring. I'm so paranoid. This block is, yeah, there we go. It is airtight right there. I thought so. I thought they had a cross of air tightness behind them. Alright, so that is a perfect place to sneak in a survival kit. And that, it's just outside our hangar in the maintenance room, so come in through here. And we have a medical station right there. That'll be really good. Distraction, I know. Can't quite put the refinery like that. Can put it like this, and then use nice blocks to wrap around and attach right there. Let's get the refinery in the other side. It's going to have to be rotated a little bit, just like that. And we need these blocks. Alright, now the refineries are hooked up into that. I'm trying to keep stuff adjacent to each other hooked up, and then eventually all I have to do is connect this whole chunk of piping to the next one, and everything's hooked up. So that's the idea with that. We are going to put speed yield. Put some sort of modules on the side here. I kind of think yield would be cool. Normally I would do all yield modules. We'll go ahead and do that. make our refineries nice and efficient. We have 2 of them. Just fill that in right away. Interesting little ramp there. What I might do, this is slowly filling in, it's a good sign. What I might do is add a walkway deck down here of some sort. That might be kind of cool. This is not an access point for civilians though. I actually think it could be a cool one. I would have to put a staircase airlock on this side, but I have room to do that on both ends. So that's my current idea now, is to have some sort of little walkway area out here for civilians. A low deck that kind of looks down on the planets and whatnot. Something they can use when they're in atmosphere. And that can hook up to this hallway or this room, actually. I could have doors to those right here, essentially. And it could go down, just straight down, basically. A zigzag. And that could be how we get there. Then we have access. You don't have to go into these people's hallways to access them. You can access it from out here. And we can use some little airtight blocks. And let's put a door in while I'm thinking of it. Ooh, that's a little bit of an awkward door. Maybe we should use the sliding door for this one. Haven't used it anywhere yet because of this craziness that happens on the floor, which I really don't like. Can we get rid of that if I use weldless armor? I hate that weldless armor doesn't get rid of armor edges. Come on. Yeah, so that's sadly awkward. What I could do is put in a beam block here so that those edges are at least going. Oh, they don't even go all the way now. That's so awkward. I do like that beam block though. I'm gonna use that. Aside from this weird lip it's causing, which I guess I knew it was gonna cause, so we won't use it on the ends. Just use it on the sides. Gets rid of one of the lip edges, which is good. And we'll go ahead and put a staircase in here. This is part of the ship that's not going to be handicap accessible, I guess. The rest of the ship is so far, so. That's kind of far away to get to all this stuff over here. A little bit far. A little bit far, that's for sure. Yeah, and this does go a little bit further than I want it to. What if? Kind of just continue that around. Stuff is all kind of lined up. And that actually gives me a framework to frame in these guys. Yeah, look at that. I like that better because now it is somewhat blending with the back. And we can continue this little bit that we're doing here, decorative bit, and make it blend even better now, and that gives us a good termination point right there. Alright, cool. Slowly it's coming together, slowly it's coming together. I think this needs to be smooth just a little bit. Something like that. We've got these kind of big flat spots here, but that's okay. It's okay, we can deal with that. And this kind of works good now for our little ramps here. I do need to make some sort of airlock in here. And I gotta check on the other side if this is getting in the way of our passage that we built. Yes. Yes, it is. It is directly through the passage. That is a little bit unfortunate. But we'll have to figure that out at some point. I think that looks pretty good. It's so wide and flat, but it does have some texture. A little bit at least. And we can put a walkway out here. Gosh, I could even make this interior so that I don't need a airlock. This could just be interior space down here. If I put a back on it, right there, this could be more interior space. I don't think that's a bad idea. Then I would want to build ramps down to it though. Oh, also, shoot. This is where all our air vent stuff is coming in. I totally forgot about that. It's coming in like right in the middle here too. I could maybe angle it in and bring it back into that row. And then into there. Or I could do this a little bit differently. I've got this little access point here. I could change the way these are working so that the air vents come right out of this area. I'm gonna have to get air vents and whatnot all sorted on the other side too, because these rooms are just not done. That's why I don't have those in the ceiling right over here. Tricky. What don't we have? We don't have refineries or assemblers. I think it would be good to add a few of those as well in this area. Probably, I don't like putting them right up against the refineries, just because the cargo situation, all of the stuff gets pushed right into the assemblers from the refineries, and then your assemblers fill up. So maybe what we will do, I wasn't going to do this, because I wanted this room for other things, but maybe we just have to put in a couple cargo containers right here, and then have room to walk around them. Do I have 1, 2, 3? 1, 2, 3. That will give me just enough room to walk all the way around them. And I have to make them airtight somehow. So I am going to have to kind of section them off from the rest of the room. Which I think we can do. And then behind these cargo containers, we'll have our access to our assemblers, so that the refineries have to go into the cargo and then to the assemblers. These are kind of nice. I'm going to use them. Now when you walk down, I guess I'll have you come down right here. Yeah, and then you can access the cargo container, or you can go around, and I am gonna have to plate this whole area. I'm just gonna use these plates for now. I might do that a little bit differently eventually. And I'll probably have this catwalk extend this direction. And we'll put something interesting up here for you to be putzing with, because this bottom bit is going to have to get covered because it's exterior. We'll use our placeholder covers for now, just to remind ourselves that that is not accessible. And where's this go? Okay, goes out to this balcony, and it goes kind of down here too. Oh, this was so that I could attach the left to the right side. Let's do that right away while I'm thinking of it. We do want that to be attached, and that is a good spot to do it. It's the only good spot to do it right there. Now we need to get the refinery into this box. Refiner. What did I just delete? Ah, man. Thruster. That back. We want the refineries to go into that box as quickly as possible, and then the boxes to go into assemblers. on the other side over here. So we are going to switch this one. Might end up just switching both of them because of that. Go like that, and we will put something right here. Let's put a functional block here, because why use a non-functional block when you can use a functional one? Go like that. That'll work perfectly. Alright, so the refineries are attached to those boxes in a very roundabout way, but they are attached. And I think what I'll do is I'll make the assemblers not attached to these side things, and have them just only be attached to this middle bit here. And to do that, we're going to have to go through the floor. Oh, we can't go underneath these, actually. So maybe we will go just into the back of this one. Then we won't be able to walk around it, though. Dilemma, once again. We'll go through the floor. Just like this, and then we'll use a curve too, right there. I don't really want to do that, but let me just delete this block and see what's behind it. Oh my gosh, nothing? Really? Oh, it's the staircase. Well, I guess we can go into the back then. That's fine. We can walk around it at least. And I really don't want to have that the way it is. So we'll go in the back side here. And then, yeah, our assembler can be right there, basically. Yeah, okay. We can have a few assemblers. Let's put those together. Actually, what if we use the new one? I need to check the air tightness on this. Oh, it's actually got really nice air tightness. Wow, okay, cool. I could use this on the side. I kind of wish that path on the top of these assemblers went all the way like through. I can get rid of these blocks now. What if, actually, what if I put the assemblers right here? Well, one of them could go right here. Like that. That's kind of cool. And I can put the blocks behind it for air tightness. And the other one, I could have maybe I have them not right up against that, but a little ways off. I don't know how I'm going to attach them now, because I don't want to attach them directly to the refineries. But this would be a good spot to have them. And yeah, it's very tempting to do that, to just attach them. But we're not going to. As cool as they would be there, we're not going to do it. What is behind this wall? Hallway. Hallway that doesn't technically need to be this type of wall. Could be a different type of wall. So I could, theoretically, put these in here. Still need to figure out what the heck I'm going to do with these pipes. I need to get air into all those different pipes. God, there's so many of them. All right, I'm gonna start getting air into those pipes. What do I need to use in this room? I need to use air vents, pipes, and I need assemblers, honestly. Maybe I won't care about the cargo situation with the assemblers. I think what I'll do is I'll set up some sorters to make sure that I don't have that problem. Yeah, we'll set up some sorters. We already have cargo containers in near the back. Though I think I might still keep these here. These might still be our main cargo containers. I would like my cargo to be more centered. So we're not going to worry about making perfection. Yeah. We're going to put our assemblers right here. Need an air vent right here. Let's go. Oh, it goes to that hallway. Bring this duct down, and then air vent. That goes directly into it. Air vent goes into it, and on the other side we use a curved tube. So this room is taken care of. I have no idea how I'm going to label all these air vents properly. Where does that even go to? Is that the captain's quarters? We should at least label that air vent properly. Jeez. I guess we need to get under the face of it. That's the captain's air vent. Change the way this catwalk works. Alright, how are we going to get air to these two locations? No idea where this one's going. Oh, that's going to that little crew area. And then this one is going to the hall. So I think what I'll do is we'll take this and we'll go up with it. To here. And then we will have our two vents coming off from it. Actually, I'll put a vent right here so that I can name it. If I turn the block off, does it stop passing stuff through it? That's the question. I think it might. We need both of these to be air vents. Where does this one go? Kitchen lounge. Jeez. Okay. It's gonna be our lounge air vent. This. We're gonna see if we're gonna name all our air vents, and then it'll be easier to do. Maybe we'll just turn those ones off in the terminal for now. Yeah, okay, perfect. So this one, kitchen lounge. This one is cafeteria. Crew cafeteria. And this one will be left hall. Alright, that's where all of those go to, and we use the ducts to finish getting the air where it needs to go. Just like that. Alright, that cuts down on some of our piping. We still have a lot of air vents, but that's okay. We still need to get air to these two vents. This one, I believe, is the bathroom. Yeah. The restaurant bathroom, and this one is the engineer's room. Do I run the ducts further, or do I run this? I think I run this in this area simply because we need to get on top of it up there eventually. And then we'll have 2 air vents. Cafeteria, bathroom, and engineer's room. Not cafeteria, restaurant? Technically it's in the bar. The bar, bathroom, and the other one is engineer's room. Bedroom, actually. It's gonna be nice to have this out of the way, because this is one of those things that is very tedious, headache-worthy thing. Alright, just like that, we have all of those rooms piped in. Now, we don't have any of these rooms done. I have figured out a solution for all of these rooms. Basically, we are putting in a high air vent above all of the doors, and we're just running air vents straight to these rooms instead of doing whatever they're called, ducts. We don't want ducts for all those rooms. That would just be way too much work. But I do have ducts currently for all of these rooms. The ones that we just piped in, I haven't done any of these yet. I did do the captain's quarters. That was this pipe right here. We have not done the crew bedrooms. We need 3 more points for the crew bedrooms. Sorted out. Those should be right here, 1, 2, and 3. That is crew bedroom stuff. And this one's coming down nice and perfectly. We could just run this pipe along, but I think what I could do is turn them in a little bit early. What's going on here? Oh, that's the duct for the captain's quarters. I just extend that way so it doesn't look a little bit silly. This is completely unnecessary ductwork that we're about to do, and it does interfere with this room ever so slightly, which it wasn't doing before. But the hallway will look okay, and this is just crew quarters. I don't really care if the crew quarters gets a little janky. Maybe I do care. It's either the hallway or the crew quarters that looks funny, and I'm nodding towards the hallway looking funny. It's already going to look a little bit funny. Alright, we need this corner back in here. Okay, there we go. We don't actually need this, do we? This was going to be for something that we already gave up on, so we're going to get rid of it. It's gonna kill me. Yeah, I think we do just run some pipes along this wall, and then we go up with them. Three, and then we will have 2 air vents. Could run these through the floor as well. That wouldn't be bad. It would give us a little bit more room in this room. I just delete that. I guess we're not going to really get this room anyway. Alright, so this is crew 3. We'll call it crew 1, because it's the closest to the front of the ship. Alright, that's all sorted. Hooked in. All of these areas are hooked in. These ones are not yet, but we're going to get to those right now. What is this? It's the floor. It's the floor in these rooms. Okay. I'll look inside the rooms and see if it's necessary for it to be turned like that. Suppose that is a good way to turn it. Though I have the room now, I could choose not to do it that way if I didn't want to. Could come out the other direction. think that's the only good spot to really put air vents in these rooms, is to put it in the floor like that. And the cool thing is Willis ducts are just one PCU, so it doesn't actually matter if we use tons of them. We just need to get a air vent from there to there. What are we going to call this room? Room right side 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gosh. Wait a second. I have 5 rooms. I only have 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I do have 5. 5 duct points. Okay. Good to know. Room right side 5. Yeah, we'll go with that. And I need to get this duct to that air vent now. That'll do. It is encroaching on our little walkway, so we might scrap that walkway idea because we have to get all of these things piped in. We might just have to scrap it. We might have to rearrange how we're doing all of this nonsense too. Yeah. So be it. It's twisty and curvy, but it should work. This one, where's this one go? Oh, it goes to the floor of the first room. It's gonna ruin my view. We'll have it go further down, and then we'll have the air vent right there. Right, so the air vent will be right there, and then we'll place this block in. Kind of have to do something similar for all of these. Gosh, having individual air vents for all these different rooms is tricky. It's going to be tricky. I actually could go in through the thrusters instead of through the O2. I'm going to do that. I'll do kind of what I did up here for all of these. And then we can leave the O2 the way that it was. Because we don't actually need those blocks right there, I don't think. They don't change the way it looks at all on the outside. So that one will go to there. This one will go right there. This one will be right there. And this one will zigzag like that. Perfect. All right, now we'll get the air vents in. Or anything else. Alright, that goes there, this one looks like that. There we go. Ducks for all of them. Dang it, that's a corner. We just need a normal duck. Just like that. This one we do need a corner. Get that one in first. I really have to make sure that these are all right. Because I'm not going to come back and tear apart the whole ship to do so later. So, being very slow about doing this part. But we have to be. So that we never have to do it again. Alright, all of those rooms are now piped in. And have their own air vents. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very cool. Those are all piped in, have their own air vents. Captain's quarters is done. The bridge is going to get an air vent from this side. Right here, probably. So I don't have to worry about the bridge. We'll look through the inside. If I close this... Hello. Welcome back. I should be pressurized in here, unless this window is not placed. I haven't been placing this window. Okay, this window is placed. Troubleshooting air tightness is going to be definitely an interesting task eventually. Go all the way down. Yeah, this is where I'm working currently. And we can put some modules on that stuff. We can even put another one in right here if we wanted. Or right there. Could put a little airlock in right there if I wanted. I might do that eventually. This room's kind of acting as an airlock. Should add an air vent to this room. Go ahead and do that right there. This is forward hangar maintenance room. Ugh. Gonna have really long names on a lot of these blocks simply because I have so many rooms to deal with. Actually, do have the option of putting a passageway across to the other side right there. Which I kind of like the idea of. It kind of ruins my staircase right here, but that's okay. We can use different staircase. And we can put a door there. Put a door there. I'm almost tempted to put one there as well. We need a way to section off the top area from the bottom. I either do that at the top or I do it at the bottom. And I think doing it at the bottom is the way to go. And then get our catwalk. Take us up, and going the other way, take us across to the other side of the hangar, which I think will be valuable. Nothing else, it'll be an interesting little part of the ship that you can go through and get to. Let's use nice passageways here. Put a couple windowed ones in. Right there, and right there. And then lit ones in between. And over here I think I'll have a door, just to mirror the other side. I'll flip this door around like that. And we're going to have to do something else right here because that wall is unacceptable. Something like that. That's kind of cool. It's a little bit different from what I usually do. We could actually do two of those and then put our railing on the outside. Like so. It kind of looks like a little more maintenance-y area. And I can put some blocks underneath back here. I think that's where we're going to have some of our control blocks for our lifting. Our vent controllers back there. And that's what will operate our front gate. We might not need 3 event controllers. I think we're going to need 1 or 2. and maybe a timer block. So we'll replace what we need to replace back there when we have to do it. Hey, welcome Task Force. How's it going? Just slowly working on this stuff, the luxury ship. That's all I'm doing right now. What are those tool racks called? I thought they were just called tool rack. Component rack? Storage shelf. Never get that right. Yeah, maybe I won't stack those too high. I was originally planning on doing that right there, but I just like it the way it is now. I'm gonna put a workbench in the middle of this room. That's what I'm gonna do. Actually put one kind of along the wall too. Middle of the room or the wall? Oop. Middle of the room. Just have a bench like that. Maybe some freight in the corner. Yeah, we'll put some freight back there. And I'm gonna add some lights to the top eventually, but I add a box out here for some stuff. I don't really like the freight things for ships because they look like they're not strapped down, which I don't think is ideal, but we'll live with it. Let's work on these lights real quick. And I like that you can look into there from here, or into the hangar. I think that's kind of cool. Valuable stuff to look into. See that everything is working. And this will let you get back there and work on different stuff. Should be good. my O2s on this side, my H2 O2s, just like I have on the other side. I took them out. I'm gonna put them back. Probably won't be able to finish your house you're working on. Touch the second floor. Honestly, right now, there's about an 80% chance that I just extend the deadline for this one, because I haven't heard, I mean, one has been submitted so far. I've heard a lot of people are working on them, but a lot of people aren't done yet. And I'm not going to be done either, honestly, by the end of the week. So we might just extend the deadline for the luxury thing to another month. Just give everyone another month to work on it. And at least another month. I mean, you have until I make the videos, really, to keep working on stuff. I always grab fresh blueprints right before I start recording the videos, so you got time. Don't stress over it. That's for sure. And you can always submit partially finished work and then update the blueprints as you work on it. And I'll just have the most up-to-date version when I do record things. So, and I will let people know when I have recorded. So you know if your recent work's going to be in the video. Honestly, if it's something you're enjoying building, just keep building anyway. But yeah, don't stress about it. It's not a big deal. If you're not done, you're not done. And you're probably going to have more time than you think to work on it. Do we need to sort out? We got 2 assemblers, 2 refineries. Probably use more assemblers, but I'm not going to put more assemblers in, simply because I don't want to. Oh yeah, you should do that. I haven't done anything with those yet. One of these weeks, I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna get up to date on all of those community build events again. But you'll know when I'm getting close to doing that because the other video will come out. The Gollum video will come out before that. So if the Gollum video isn't out, you still got plenty of time to work on the fighters. Update them. I think if you can, try to fill the inventory too with whatever you think you need, because then we can spawn them in. Because I still plan on doing a little dogfight thing with them. It's only going to be 3 of us because it's going to be mine and 2 other people's. So it's going to be a pretty quick little thing. We'll just have to find some time when we're free and do some little battles. But it should be fun. I'm trying to figure out what the heck I'm going to do back here. I actually do have room to put in reactors back here, and then tanks on the outside. And we actually have like kind of a big gap right here that we could do something with. And we have that on both sides. It's kind of a big chunk of space here. I'm sure I'll think of something that I need to use that for eventually, but right now, I don't know. Batteries? Batteries would be a good thing to put in this region. It's kind of nice to know I don't need floor there or ceiling there, but I'm going to cover it anyway just to clean up. Because I don't think I actually am going to do anything up there now that I see it. Actually need that to be a ladder. And then we need railings on the outside. We'll just get rid of that railing there and we'll just do another railing on the outside. And we'll put something else up here. What would be nice here? This person's bedroom is like literally attached to that. It's gonna be so loud in here. I actually think I'd like to make it quieter. Like put an actual door on this. This works out so well, but then I don't have room for a door. So we're gonna scratch that and we're gonna put a door in here. Yeah, I do. This floor is an issue, so I can't put a staircase right here, which would also kind of work. Yeah, luxury ships. Everyone's making massive ones. Well, not everyone, obviously, but a lot of people are making massive luxury ships. Alright, now with that done, everyone but you. So far, it seems that way, yeah. Everyone but you is making a pretty big luxury ship. Oh, I guess I could put a staircase here. Little weird, we'd like to say. Weirdly redundant with all of this. And I do think I want a something going here. Maybe we just make this go all the way to the end. No, that would be a little unnecessary. We'll have it end right here. Got to be a new build. You can't submit the same build again. What are you talking about? Part of the rules. Or is that one that I missed doing? Let me do something with this area to make it a little bit more interesting. I might have a bunch of timer blocks and different things in here eventually to run automation of stuff, but I actually don't want that. I want the double. But for now we don't have any of that, so right there. I'd actually like this block be a nicer one. Yeah, that does look better. Now this guy actually gets a private room. Doesn't have a shower, but I can't actually cram that into this tiny space, so they're just gonna have to live with no shower. Is this cargo even hooked up? I honestly don't think it is. Oh, how do I get out of here? I've closed everything now. Yeah, the cargo is hooked up. Good. Cargo's hooked up right there. Should probably be hooked up another way too, but at least it's hooked up some way. What is going on here? I don't like that at all. This will probably be a location where I put a door in anyway. Probably right there. We need to figure this out. I think I'm scrapping this idea. That was a cool idea, but I don't think those areas are going to be nice walkable regions. It's just how it's going to be. It's too bad, but it's the reality we're living in. Now I can cover that. Right here we are going to have modules, and then I'll cover it with a plate on the inside. This is that little corner. could... I have a door right there. Doesn't disrupt anything, as far as I can tell. Yeah, that'll be our little access point there. Then we can leave this monitor room area. That is employee access only, that door. I'll put our little refreshment stand back up there. We might want another door right here. Maybe not quite like that, but like this. Do those have to be blue? Yes. Yeah, that was that one. Okay. Well, we can deal with that. Not a problem. We actually bump this door in too. We don't want it perfectly in line, but I kind of like it being in line like that. It looks kind of good. I actually think these were these before. Which I think I like a little bit better. Oh, none of this. Okay, this one is necessary. And probably not even, because I'm probably going to plate this. Yeah, I'm definitely going to plate this anyway. Pretty much all my stairs have this going on in them, so I'm just going to continue doing it. And then that gives me room underneath the stairs to do whatever I want over here. Which I can appreciate. Alright, cool. That's all good. Got our employee access point. Another one. Good to have lots of those all over the place. And the employee part of the ship is completely separate. So employees can get to any of the doors that access their area without having to go through the guest area. And they can come out close to where they need to be, do what they need to do, and go back in. Oh, you know what I didn't think of? How am I going to do, like, it's basically a hotel ship, right? I need, like, a laundry utility room that has easy access. And this is actually a really good point to access all of those rooms and then come into this room. So maybe I'll add in some of that looking stuff in this room. Maybe along this wall. We don't actually need this anymore. But maybe I can do like a whole bunch of like wash machine looking devices along this wall. That'd be kind of cool. I don't know how I'm going to make those. Like what blocks I'm going to use to make those, but I think it would be a valuable thing to have. Let's look through our decorative blocks. I actually feel like the duct block could make for like passable laundry machine looking things. Almost. If you just went like that, kind of. Does anybody know how I could make a good looking thing like that? This kind of looks okay to me. And it doesn't take any PCU. That's kind of a bonus that I would like to maintain. Go vertical style. Just have a bunch like that. Those kind of look like storage shelves for sheets or blankets or something like that. It would be nice to have a whole bunch of tables and whatnot set up in here too for doing that kind of stuff, for folding and ironing and doing what you have to do. I don't want to cut off room too much, but I get the idea. Do some of those along that wall. We could even set them back in because, again, I can cover this wall on the inside. We could even use decorative blocks here and then interior blocks along the whole top, and it would be kind of a seamless hallway for the most part. So this wall here is not necessarily, like, it doesn't have to be there the way that it currently is. This does have to be here though. I think I'll use interior blocks for the vast majority of this wall. And that will give me a little bit of room to add into this area too. Yeah. Alright, cool. Same thing on the other side. Maybe we leave this a little bit further. And then we can do something different up here. And I just decided that I want that to be a little bit different than it is. make it go out further. And it'll turn the corner and it'll go along the wall here. I'm not entirely certain what I want it to do along that wall, but we're gonna have it do something. Something interesting over here. And we can actually have it ramp down way over here. Maybe right there. And behind this, we will have our wash machine stuff, locker looking things, and I'm going to use a bunch of these. And then we're going to have something different over here. Big table there. More tables for working on stuff here. And behind that, we're going to have more of our fake cargo-y area. And that one's just going to look like it's open. We'll have another one over here look like it's open too. Just like to have something interesting going on. And behind this, I kind of want to have lockers in some places, which will use the bed block to get inset lockers. Yeah, see? As long as the bed's not directly on the other side, that'll work perfectly for some lockers. And then we can just use some interior blocks in between. Even having a little like coffee thing wouldn't be bad in here, but that doesn't quite fit. Sink does fit though. That one, but the sink here. Sink kind of fits for this. Put another one even. Put another one right here. Couple sinks, and now we'll use some of our interior blocks. Pipeworks. Is that what I want? Yeah. How's it look on the inside? On the hallway? It looks okay. Spotlight with a pipe cap looks kind of like a heavy-duty washer. I will try that. We'll put one of those in there. I feel like a partially welded one might look really good. I'm just gonna place that in here. Just gonna look like a... It's gonna be massive. Maybe that's what we'll put right here. Get rid of that. We'll change what that is. If nothing else, this is a really cool... oh, I can't put that there. I guess I flip it over. Need a nice interior wall. Let's see what this looks like on the outside. Okay, that's what we're going to use there. And then we can put the light upside down right here and put the pipe cap on. If nothing else, this looks super cool. Like some sort of weird something. How's it look? It loses its sides. We'll leave it welded. And now there's a reason to like go up here. Access the big pipe. Big pipe thing. I think I might put a railing on it though. Yeah. Go like that. But that lets you see down into the thing there. Longer have a need for this. We can just have some open room here. Don't have to cram the whole thing full. Let's take a look at changing that and that. That looks a little bit more interesting. I think it's something to do up here. I actually think putting in some timer blocks or something up there would be good. We're going to need these eventually for automatic door closing and different things like that. So might as well just stuff them in for now. What do I have an end to? And one on here. It's kind of silly. Oh, I don't. It's that one. That's wrong. There we go. Now you can go in, work on that, work with the timer blocks. Check out the vat of doom. Underneath here, we could have more stuff. What are those other blocks called? Event controller? There we go. A few more things down underneath there. I like the idea of having some grading there too. And we could put something right here coming off of that. We don't actually have any oxygen storage yet. This might not be a bad place to add some. What is in the floor here? That's our passageway. So we can't really run pipes through the floor. It's kind of unfortunate. It's kind of thinking two oxygen tanks right there would look kind of nice if I could set them vertically. Might stack some batteries in here somewhere. Perhaps some batteries here wouldn't be bad. We're gonna need a lot of batteries for this build, so having these is probably good. Might even bring that across. Something like that. Do need some lights in here, but that's going to be really easy to solve. Just put some nice ones of these here. 2, and cover this up. Nice flat panel. Let's see, where can I look at this? Great. I haven't been sorting my lights recently, so now I have to go through and find all these. That feels pretty good. I like having those straight routes to go up things. You can turn, and it's right here. Whoa. There's a hole in the ground. Oops. This looks decent. And we can add some lights along the wall here. I'll use the angled ones though for this bit. Doesn't look very good. Maybe I'll angle them from the other side. Gosh, I hate the targeting boxes on these. Other option is I could use inset lights. The backs of them look ridiculous though. But inset lights would look decent on this side. They're just gonna make the other side look funky in the hallway there. Maybe that's not the worst though. They would look good, kind of like that. I guess they're not the end of the world in the back of the wall. Okay. Get our speed modules on those and then cover them up. I think adding some sort of refreshment area to this wall would not be a bad thing to do. Even adding some couches in the hallway there wouldn't be bad. So we might change up what we're doing on the inside a little bit to accommodate that. I'm going to set up these lights though real quick. Getting lighting everywhere we need it. I'm going to put a couple of those inset lights on this side too. Alright, we need one more light right here. I think I'm going to put that right above this. bad. Alright, pretty good. We are going to need still a crazy amount of stuff. I actually might put a giant row of batteries along there. Or big chunks of batteries right here. I think right along the O2H2 generators would be a good spot to put them. Basically just like that. The batteries are going to help us run all of these giant thrusters. We're going to need batteries for sure. And help us with our jump drives. So having 2 big long rows of those is going to be very good for us. Let's see, how many batteries do we have now? Quite a few. Probably not quite as many as we're going to need, but we might actually have enough with those 2 long rows of batteries. It's possible. What is this? We're just going to clean that up. Slowly filling in. I left all those types of spots open in the past because I wanted to know that I could put something through there if I wanted to. But now we're just going to go through and we're going to close all those off slowly. I would make the ship a little bit lighter. Now, I do think I'm going to want some lights in here somewhere. And I don't think I'm going to want to walk on them. Honestly, it doesn't look terrible that way. So maybe I will just walk on them. It's either that or I have to build something below here and do it like that. Which again, it's not the end of the world. I'm not sure I want to do it if I don't have to do it. That would be a decent spot. That would also be a good spot for a door instead of putting the door up here. I think that's actually what I'm going to do. Put the door down here. And then we'll have a light somewhere in the middle of this. And we'll have a door on this end too. Actually a decent spot. I think light would probably be really good right on the other side of the door. So right there and right there. And then we can go without lights in the middle. So that's right on the other side of the door. That's right on the other side of the door here. We could put one in the middle. That does look good, but now we have to cover these on the bottom somehow. For now, we'll just cover them this way. Eventually, that might get replaced with something better. And we'll fill that in. Feels good to be filling stuff in slowly. Love how this room turned out so far. Feels good. Might put some supply racks along this side. Like that. Do some more on the other side too. Now we're going to leave that side open. I like it better that way. I kind of wish that ramp was facing a different direction. It's kind of weird having them both facing the same way and going up in different places. This one's just nice and convenient for this person's room right here. But to get up there, you kind of have to go really far around. Though you're not going to have to go up there basically ever. Just to check the battery cells someday. Probably. Both do that every time and I don't see it coming. I don't know why. Just don't see it coming. I think that's going to end up being solid right there. Most likely. And what do I want across the top here? This might be another good place to use the pipes and inset lights. Oh my gosh. There are certain angles I just can't rotate things correctly at. One, two, three, four, five in between. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's working out well. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that would put one right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not quite perfect. How much gap do we have on the other side? Quite a bit. So ideally this one would go here. Suppose we could have two here. It's not the end of the world. Alright, let's get our pipe block. Pipe works, gosh. Actually building this in survival would be such a pain because I'm using all these pipe blocks. These so many large tubes. All for purely decorative purposes. I am going to put couches underneath here. Well, a couch underneath this one, and plants underneath this one. And we'll do some more of that down here. Do I have air going into this tunnel? I don't have air going into this tunnel yet, so we're going to use one of these as an opportunity to get an air vent in here. And we'll use the industrial air vent just because it doesn't have a what is it called? It doesn't have an access point thing. So that's what we're going to use here. And we need to rename this though. one is right room. Ugh. Trying to keep my naming convention the same. It makes sense to have some entertainment stuff here. I don't know if I want a full entertainment set though. Maybe I just want display. That under that light. And put one of these under this light. Might actually... How bad is that going to look? Pretty bad, unfortunately. We do have these blocks, though, which maybe it will work just fine. Yeah. That'll work. Put a fish tank in this hallway. I don't have a fish tank in this hallway yet. Could put the fish tank right in the middle of the hallway and put some couches to either side of it. Even make a little indent there and put normal couches in there, like so. We'd have to change this, and I think I would move this light. These lights are not going to be evenly spaced throughout this, but I'm kind of okay with that. Look with the tubes up there. I don't want it to look like you can hurt yourself on the tubes, but I do want it to be interesting, so I'm going to leave the tubes up there. And we'll make another little nook. It's like a little gaming nook or something. You can hang out, play some games, do whatever. And we'll put plants, if I can. I could even put something else in here. What the? We'll just leave it like that. Right here, we need our speed modules. Then we cover it. gotta do something right here. We'll make this a just a flat area. We don't need it to be exciting all the time. Just a little overwhelming if it is. Alright, let's get all the lights in this hallway working. Lit. Very mono-colored, which is not great, but I think it'll do. I could add some ribbons of color as we go down it. I think that would improve things ever so slightly. I don't want to add them where I'm going to screw with the walls on the insides of the rooms, though. So that is kind of less of a concern to me than this hallway looking kind of weird, which it does. You're not supposed to be spending tons of time in the hallway, though I'm giving you options to do that. Let's fix up this hallway in a similar fashion. We do need a way to get air into this hallway, which we don't currently have. No, we've got stuff in the way there. And I think I had exposed pipes in the other hallway, and honestly, looks alright. I could get rid of those, though. Might actually be better. Keep a couple, but not all of them. I'm not going to worry too much about that. Let's just patch up the other side, get it functional with air going into it, and then worry about stuff afterwards. And this is a perfect spot to get air in. So that's where we're going to do it. Let's see. We want AT. Like that. And then just to make sure it's airtight, we're going to use a full-size conveyor here. And we'll have our little wind thing. Just like on the other side. We'll have one of those. We'll name it too. What was RSS? Right side rooms. Yeah, I don't know. But we'll do left rooms side. Do LRS for all these things. I should probably not use acronyms because I'm going to forget what all of them are supposed to be standing for really quickly. But so be it. Better than nothing. We'll put some plants by that so that it looks good. We can put some plants here too behind this guy's ladder. Why not? use a regular interior block for that. A lot less interesting than the other one, because we're actually using this wall. But right here we have the opportunity to do something, and we are going to do it. We're going to put some planters, or I don't want the other side to have a bunch of craziness on it. Maybe we don't. Maybe we just make this hallway very boring. So I'm kind of okay with that. Do we have... Ooh, we definitely need to add doors to this. Because right now, this whole room is attached to this whole room, which is attached to the whole pool. So we really do need to add doors, which are going to be kind of crammed in here. I don't like the idea of having no landing and then doors. This is not something I thought of beforehand, so this whole room is kind of in a tricky spot. Oh, that's really annoying. I don't want this room to be part of the top area, because I'm concerned that a breach in the air anywhere in here is a massive breach. And I also, this area is going to be way too complex. Space Engineers is not going to be able to pressurize this room ever, basically. And at least if I cut it off here, maybe there's a chance it'll be able to pressurize. Ideally, I'd like to cut it right there, but the way everything is working, that's just not going to happen. You know what? Maybe we just leave it, and that's just this massive, massive region of scary air tightness. That probably will never work. Alright, I need to get back into my working area. Best way is right here. I do think I should probably add a way in, like right there. I don't think that would be bad. Maybe even just right there. I don't like, oh my gosh, how many stairs and whatnot I have to go through to get in here. That's kind of out of the way, but oh, that's right, you can't walk behind that side. Alright, we'll put it there. If they want to go in right there. And they have a way out the other side too, so they can kind of cut through the ship if they have to, without going down one of these nice hallways. For some reason I feel a little bit better about that. like that. Looks like it has more support now, which I think looks good. Otherwise, this is kind of a very floaty thing that's going on up here. Actually might use some of these lights too. Kind of like these lights. Yeah, I'll have to find some other place to use them. They're pretty cool. What should I put on this side for decoration? I think more plants, honestly. A couple things of plants here, and then just a railing. That feels decent. Kind of don't like this little table here. I feel like there's something better that could go there, but we're going to leave it for now. Kind of dark in this little nook too. That light doesn't quite reach as far as I want it to. Targeting. There we go. That lights this up a little bit better. Let's get these lights fixed. This is engine room. And this is our engine room. We only have 2 large cargo containers, but I think that would be enough for whatever we're doing in here. I don't want to label this engine room. Yeah. Need the little LCD thing. Oh, actually, I could put an LCD like right in that corner. That's so weird. I love that I can do that now, but I don't think I'm going to do it in this case. I actually think one of these is more fitting. Oh, I can see the things there. Problem. We need to fix it. Put something else there. Honestly, nothing. That's what they're gonna get. They're gonna get nothing instead of something. The old wall. Do I throw in some old wall? Do blank wall. Side. I set it up so that it would look the same. Pretty much, yeah. That looks good. I'd love to walk along the top here, but there's just no reason to. And will screw up my air tightness. Speaking of which, that is not airtight. Alright. If I close all the doors in this room, we should be airtight in here. Oh, this is not airtight. This block is not at all airtight, so let's just add a window here real quick. Use a fancy window. Close that door. Do we have an air vent that feeds into this room? It doesn't look like it. We have a million air vents in this room, but I don't think we have any aiming into this room. Let's fix that. Where do I want my air vent going into here? I feel like right here would probably be good, right underneath that staircase. Either that or up there. Give us another reason to kind of walk up here. Let's do it right here. I think the reason nothing is getting air is that I have no oxygen tanks, and I have no ice in my O2H2 generators. Also, we're missing air tightness right here again. There we go. Triple check the air tightness. All right, let's add an oxygen tank somewhere in this room. Really do think that would be a wise thing to have. And oh, shoot, we're gonna add it. Oh, what's this? Oh no, we're gonna add it here anyway, and we'll use these nice full blocks. I want the tank to have the little oxygen thing on top on that and on bottom there. So that works. All right, now are we getting oxygen? We need our window back. It looked like there was air somewhere. Yeah, so there was air in here. Sweet. So this room's getting air, but this room is not airtight. This one right here. Somehow this one isn't airtight. It could very well be that block right there. I can actually check this because I have a mod. Forgetting this is actually a thing. Find the air leak. Oh. Duh. It's right here because we don't have a door here. Ooh, we should really have a door going into this room that goes into this hallway. What if we close that though? It still thinks that's not the thing. Gosh dang it. We need a door here. Still thinks it's going out that door, but obviously it's not. So many doors to close. This is why we need to separate these two areas. Alright. We actually have air now, though, which is kind of cool. This is all airtight. Unfortunately, we don't have a good way to do this bit without... because we have to turn. So... we could do it... nah, I don't want to put a door up here. We need to put the door down here, somehow. So we're going to have to rearrange this room a little bit, because I'm absolutely putting a door in here. I really wish I could put it inset in the wall, but I don't think that's going to be a possibility. We're going to go with one of these, and then we're going to have to rearrange some stuff. And I really do want a little bit of catwalk here. Just like that. I hate that I have to change this. But it gives me incentive to adjust all of this. I don't want to put a catwalk right through the middle, but I'm thinking of putting one right across right there. And then... nah. No, I killed a light. F. Killed a whole bunch of stuff in here. What the... targeting. We need to put that back. We need to put the light back. Alright, we need to take a blueprint of this too, because I haven't done that in forever. As soon as we figure out this room and we figure out how I'm going to get up onto that catwalk, I'm going to be happy. This catwalk is stranded currently. I want to attach it to a catwalk that's already up there. I don't want to add more staircases. It's just kind of annoying. I have to keep doing that. Gosh, I wish I had thought about this door shenanigans before I decorated this whole room. Now I have decorated the room and I don't want to change it. classic dilemma. I could move this over, the staircase over, and then zigzag right there. It's probably the best way to do it. It's not pretty, but it'll work. Alright, I want to do something to support this little side thing over here. I don't like using this block, that one block, for too many different purposes in the same room, so I'm going to use this slightly different block here. And I might actually now put that workbench in here that I wasn't sure I wanted to do before. That and put one of those in the back too. Oh. There we go. I guess that doesn't look terrible. Just a little bit different. And we've accommodated our air tightness problems. Alright, looks like a good little maintenance room. I'm sure I forgot something for it, but it's a step in the right direction, and we've figured out a lot of extra hookup points to get to different regions of the ship, where we're going to walk between spaces, how we're going to get back to our engine room. We didn't figure out any of the engines today, or what I'm going to do with thruster stuff, but we did get the central core of the ship more or less done, which is progress. Going in the right direction. Still a lot more to do, but this is where I'm going to call it for today. And we'll be back Wednesday to review builds. And if there aren't builds to review, honestly, I'll probably come back and I'll be working on this. So, yeah, should be fun. Thanks for tuning in, everyone, and I will see you next time.